Innovation is followed by imitation. Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Mohammad, Arshad, and today I am in a park. Now, I want to talk to you about innovation. Innovation is basically newness. We always talk about business being about adding value. So for me, innovation is about new ways of adding value, right? Now, what I wanted to talk about was Apple, because Apple are very, very famous and people always give them as the ones for innovation. Now, if you think about it, Apple have a very simple philosophy when it comes to innovation. What they do is they basically say, think differently. And this is very authentic to them because they're all about challenging the status quo. They're all about doing something different. So for them, they think that they should do something different. So for example, if you look at the basic thing of a phone, a mobile phone, what happened, especially with the iPad and the iPod and other things, when we first started, we had Walkmans. If you remember the Sony Walkmans, you put a cassette player in there, and you used to have these big headphones that would go in your head. Now these headphones, what color were they? The color of the headphones was black. Why? Because all headphones were black. But when Apple came out with the iPod, they said, you know what, we're going to innovate. And what they thought was, we would do something different. So everyone else in the world is doing headphones that are black, and we are going to do white headphones. Okay, and so what did they do? They did white headphones for the iPod. And at that time it was crazy. Why would you do white headphones? Everyone's doing black headphones. But they led the way. And so that followed on to the iPhone and the iPod and all the other kind of products that they had, to the point where today, like I said, innovation is followed by imitation. So what happened is, whenever Apple goes one way, they go the opposite of everyone else, and then everyone follows them. So today, if you went and tried to buy a phone, guaranteed most of the time, 90%, majority of the phones would come with a headphone which was white. And that's only because they copied it from the iPod and from the iPhone. Now, this principle about imitation following innovation is the same everywhere. So for example, the park I'm in today, I don't know if you can see these pillars behind me, right? So you got these pillars. Now these pillars, I'm actually in a park in Pakistan. These beautiful pillars, they're not originally Pakistani pillars. These are actually a copy. They're an imitation of pillars from a place called Luxor, which is in Egypt. It's a beautiful place. I've been there. It's got amazing ruins like this. And so what's happened is, around the world, people have seen this design, which they've thought is amazing. You know, these pillars, they look amazing when you walk up to them. They're so great. And so people have copied them. So this is exactly what happens. And this is the way that we should be doing as well within the businesses that we are creating. That if you want to do something, what you need to do is think differently. You need to think about new ways of adding value. You need to ask yourself questions about perspective, right? And when you ask these questions, it helps you to come up with answers which will lead you to innovation. And then eventually, when you keep going that way, people will follow you, and then imitation will follow your innovation. Jazakallah khair for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.